Hey everybody, it's me, Sven here, bringing you day 47 of Let's Talk About Autism. What a good day. It's a little cold, but whatever. Before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button down below. It'll get the word out. Anyway, today's video is sort of a continuation of the previous one. It's how you can teach your autistic kids or autistic young adults alike life skills. You know, all the stuff I talked about, like cooking, cleaning, home maintenance, driving, or whatever they need to do to take care of themselves. Yeah, there's a lot of kids that don't know how to do that, mainly on the severe end of the spectrum, but sometimes mild cases like me, like I can't cook, for example, even though that's not really because of autism. That's just because I never bothered to learn. And that's another example. Autism doesn't cause you to not know how to do stuff. It's just because you never bothered to learn and no one taught it to you. So I'm going to tell you how you can teach your autistic kids these life skills in a system that will never teach that to them. First, you got to teach them how to speak. It's probably going to be harder for some, especially for those with the kid on the severe end of the spectrum, but it's still definitely possible. You can try. Like, you could teach them, I don't know, the alphabet or something, which I'm sure you've already tried that, perhaps, but got to do it better. Like, you got to explain to them what the real point of that is. You got to teach them how to speak. You got to teach them how to read and write, and you got to teach them how to communicate their needs to you, because they want stuff, they just don't know how to give it. And often the solution is just give a device that'll have buttons that says what you need, but that's stupid. That's not direct enough. It's too vague, and it's arguably abusive. They're never going to learn to speak if they have that. So how about you don't have them have that device and teach them how to speak? I mean, you could use it for the sake of meantime, but teach them how to speak. Second, don't put them in public school. If you put them in public school, they're never going to teach them proper life skills. And don't put them in early intervention either, unless you know that the early intervention is actually going to teach them what they need to know. And second, you got to give some necessary context if you have to, and be direct if you need to, because we tend to take things literally, like using the bathroom, for example. I'm not going to talk about that here because this is a YouTube video, but there's a good way to potty train your kids. Not even autistic kids, just kids. Like, my parents were pretty inexperienced with me, but they got it done eventually. But yeah, you can do it to any kid, including a severely autistic kid. And also, you gotta find a way to get them to adjust. I already made a video about this. Adjust to the environment, adjust to the sounds and the smells that'll happen. And you can always say, hey, you can wash your hands when you're done, or take a shower when you're done, or something like that. And teach them how to do that. Like, just teach them everyday life skills that they need to know. It might not be easy, but it's probably easier than most people think. And so and you got to be more direct. You got to be more, I probably shouldn't say strict, but you got to be careful not to abuse the kid while you're doing it. But be sure to give more direct directions, I guess. Directions. And give them, like, saying, here's how you do it. Step 1, this. Step 2, that. Step 3, finally. Like, we tend to learn a lot that way. So doing it in smaller steps will help a lot. So cooking, for example, like, first, set the oven to 350 degrees. Second, get the thing out and set it up in a certain way. Third, put it in the oven. And fourth, set it for 20 minutes. Something like that. That's really a pretty good way to start it. Just do it in smaller steps and have that be your manual for how to do a skill, and learn it over and over again until you have it in your mind. That's how I learned stuff, and that's how you and your autistic kids can learn stuff too. Even those on the severe end of the spectrum, given the right amount of steps, it'll work and it will be done. But yeah, this one was a bit longer, but you can teach them, and I just gave you a good bit of detail on how you can do it. And, you know, comment below if you have any other suggestion on how to teach kids, autistic kids, how to do life skills and a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I hope I helped some of you people out. Comment if you have a kid who needs this, if I can I could set up maybe a separate thing that'll do a proper job at it, something like that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on day 48. Goodbye.